Well, that's it. That we're ready. We're going. I think it's episode 13 of the Friend Simulator podcast. I'm not burying the lead. They can already see what's happening.
Oh, great. Well,
So,
you should share it with me too, so I can see what's
oh yeah,
happening,
that was the
so I
fucking
can
thing I wanted to
react
set
in
up. I was going to
real
look.
time.
Okay, well wait, 13 episode. Oh no, but the last one was episode 12. I had to go double check. Okay, here I am.
We're never
Nobody,
going to be
we're
positive
never
on
gonna
the
be
number of the
sure.
episode.
We're never gonna
I
be
don't
HI
know.
positive. Is this what I do? No, this. Is this the right screen? Okay, so you're gonna see it at source 60 FPS. Our friends at home are gonna be schlepping it with 30 FPS.
Ooh. Hey,
But it's
look, it's the game that you played,
which one?
Princess,
Oh yeah, Slay the
the upper right.
Princess. Yeah, this is the shifting mound.
Yeah, you know what that means.
Yeah, her mound be shifting all right when I'm down there. Drop that bean. You know, them Lucio ults.
Hmm.
Okay, so we have a special event today. What's our special event?
I mean, like you said, well, I mean, you can actually see the whole
You can
itinerary right there
see
on top of
the whole syllabus.
the screen right there. So, we're gonna be seeing, I don't think I even know the Intro to Environment one, but I guess the idea,
Once you
that
see it, you're gonna be bricked up.
you're gonna know,
Yeah,
you're gonna be locked
I'm
in.
locked in. The gamer
Um,
chair, we could replace that with the gooner chair.
Barley suggested that we do Goon. I guess it's a Goon episode, but then we're also going to be doing things with the political compass after. So
Yeah,
we're
we're hitting
covering the
both
gamut of the
ends.
human experience.
Yeah, we're serious podcasters who create serious content.
This is
Okay.
seriously content, that's for sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a little reaction here to some gooning. I'll get that off the screen. There we go. So, uh, years and years ago, namely about maybe 2 years ago, um, Fontleroy and I came across some interesting YouTube content
It's like a
involving
YouTube
Korean.
subculture. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Sub content.
yeah, it's Korean baseball cheerleaders. I don't know about you. How do you feel about American cheerleaders? Like what? I was thinking about this earlier today. Like, do you feel like
Just
that's a hot thing? Like they're attractive? Like,
I mean, by some people's standards, I'm sure they are, but I usually when I see like football, American football cheerleaders, they don't seem very attractive to me. It's certainly my cup of tea. But baseball cheerleaders apparently
in Korea,
in Korea are a very different story. Well,
yeah.
I don't think American baseball has
I
cheerleaders,
don't think
especially not
American
like this.
baseball has fun.
Well, I mean, to each their own, with that. But with this, it seems like there's like a again, I'm gonna
There's
say
a
like
level
kind of
of
a culture
talent
behind.
here
Well, there's talent, yes,
and
but there's like a culture
sophistication.
behind it. They can like, because we looked into it at one time a little bit. Like it looks like they can like they're in like a special section,
Yeah.
where
This
they
is
have
like,
these cheerleaders are at. It's almost like a quasi VIP
yeah,
section.
you gotta pay. Look, she's even she's got a net. She can't escape. They
I
got the
mean,
suicide net out in case she wants to throw
yeah,
herself to the
yeah,
baseball wolves.
they imported that from
The
China
Chinese
apparently.
factories.
Yeah.
So she can't escape. She's in the netted off area. And so that's why, and I think that kind of explains why sometimes the cameras are like this is super zoomed in. The person recording this is actually like 50 feet away
Oh,
in like
totally.
the nosebleeds,
Hmm.
you know?
Of the paid VIP section,
Yeah.
nonetheless. What a
Yeah.
loser.
If you go into the field and you look at the stadium, the stands, it's actually the only place where there are actual people watching baseball are in this particular
It's
cheerleaders
all
VIP section, and then the
it's
rest of the
all
bleachers
empty. Yeah.
are empty.
It's like sporting events during COVID where they
Yeah,
had like
exactly.
cardboard cutouts of
Oh,
people.
people everywhere. Yeah, absolutely. Uh, I did want to say one thing before we move on from American cheerleaders. I agree with you. I have never once looked at an American cheerleader and been feeling any kind of sense of arousal in my life. I think I mean obviously what they do is like it's athletic, but
Mhm.
it seems contradictory to their purpose, right? Like you have men are playing the football, and then you bring out these women to dance around, and it's like, okay, men are playing the ball, and the women are doing their own cool
The
things that are just
dance.
like literally meant to be, I don't know, just I don't know what's the like the feminism way of describing that kind of situation, right? Like they're just meant to be like looked at for their bodies,
Yeah, totally.
you know?
That's what I was gonna ask. What you brought up the word purpose. What is their
Yeah,
purpose?
yeah, right. The purpose of them is
What
like to
is
like
the
just to ogle
purpose?
them, right? But the problem is like I never see anything that they're doing as like attractive. Maybe that's like a representation of like the puritanical nature of American society to some degree. Because
Well,
if they were doing this in American stadiums, I would be going to baseball every day.
and it's been it's maybe it's like it's an old institution. Like maybe it was more provocative back in the day because they were probably wearing like maybe
Well,
sexier
they
outfits,
had dresses
especially for
down to
the
their
time.
ankles.
Yes, that's what I'm
So
saying. Yeah,
that
and
was
then you
more
know
provocative then. Where
if
now
they
it's
jump
like
if
they can't take anything else off.
they do any well,
I
I
mean
mean
yeah,
they definitely could. They
yeah,
definitely could.
yeah. I
I mean,
mean American
I'm not saying like the outfits are even that. I don't even think the outfits are all that lewd. Like in
no, not at
American,
all. No, not at
the
all.
the cheerleaders. So like they
Yeah.
could sexy it up a little bit more.
Yeah, they could make
I mean,
it. It doesn't need
I
to
don't
show
care.
less to be erotic, you
Oh,
know.
100%. And we're
Yeah.
gonna find that
We're
out
gonna find
with
that out right now. Let's start watching it
with
and
these
react.
videos.
Yeah, here we go. Let's get into it. Here we go. So here she is. She's dancing. She's getting ready. She's got the pigtails. Let's see. Let's consider the erotic value. Okay, so we have
So
front
you're like,
only
stop pausing
suspenders.
it. No, play it.
So
Just
we
play
got
the
front
video.
only suspenders. See, look at this. Look at the slaves. They don't get to watch.
Yeah, they are
The
those
slave.
suckers,
Yeah, look
haha,
at that. They don't get to
suckers.
watch. Look at this guy. This guy's in a and he's
Yeah.
got a metal bar holding him back, or he's gonna lunge out there and start attacking her. I should make sure the volume's
This
slow.
is pure content.
This is the greatest thing of all time.
The thing I love about this though is how like utterly soulless it is. Like in their eyes, like
Yeah.
they're just performing.
I
No, I
mean, they've
remember
done this dance like
you
a
had
thousand times.
a bajillion times. I remember you had a headcanon where they're like they're basically like slaves, you know, like their families just in a camp somewhere, like in a room locked away.
Yeah,
Like
they
you
get
need to do X
abducted.
amount of
These are
dances,
North
and
Korean transfers, and it's like if you want to get integrated into South Korean society, you have to send your oldest daughter to dance at our baseball games.
it's,
Okay, I have to
it's
make one critique of the outfit. The front only
mhm.
suspenders, that not for me. I don't like that it's only the front. That makes no sense because half the dancing is from behind too. Like why?
What do you mean the front?
Like look
What do
right
you
here.
mean?
Okay, so look, it comes down the front, the seam, and then it lacks around here, and then the same thing with the top. But then when
That's
she turns
hot.
around, you don't see it.
The whole thing is hot. Are you kidding me?
No, there needs to be the seam in
Neighbor,
the back too.
na
This is
jail
pissing
neighbor,
me off,
you
okay?
gay?
It's not
But like
enough.
that's the whole. It's because it's like, and I mean it's simulating suspenders.
Okay,
It's
well, they're
not
not
actually
simulating it
fucking
hard enough.
suspenders.
I'm pissed. Okay, look,
Yeah,
she's tired. She needs a break.
I
She's
think it's a
like,
very
my
cute
family lives
outfit.
to live for another week.
What is her name? WKD, I
D
think.
die
That's if her name is
something. Whitest
WKD.
kids you know.
WK, W whitest kids
This is the whitest kids you know
know.
skit. Look at
Whitest
there's a
kids you
guy down
know.
there with
I
his
think
camera.
yeah, he's hey, arrest this man.
Arrest
He's
him!
getting a
Boo!
he's getting a free show. He is
He
not supposed to
shouldn't
be
be.
witnessing this.
This is
Who said he
wrong.
could turn around?
Yeah, turn around, sir. You have to pay to get this viewing. How dare you?
Yeah, we paid a 10,000
Oh,
Korea
this is her.
bucks
She
for this.
commented. Let's see. Translate to
Ooh, leave
English.
that. Translate it.
So it's an honor to be on a popular upload. Ooh, she
She
made a
does the
ooh
funny
goo
face. I love
face.
those. I love emoticons.
Yeah, that's just
Thumbs
like
up it.
things. Oh,
Thumbs up it right
thumbs
now.
up it right
Oh yeah,
now.
look,
Okay.
the first comment. I fucking hate men of culture
Men of
comments. Anyone
culture
who
here.
posts
Oh,
that
this kind of
should be
stuff.
executed.
Oh, like they pretend to be like, oh yeah, we're here for something else, right, guys? Those kind of people.
It's just a such a stupid meme.
Okay, so
It's just a
you're telling me
shitty.
you want is that a Fauntleroy take or a Fontleroy take?
Well, I genuinely. So my
You
genuine
want
Fauntleroy take.
29,000 people to die?
No, just
Fauntleroy?
the guy that posted it.
Oh, okay, that guy. Okay.
No, it's no the 29 no the 29,000 people.
That
They're
agree?
complicit in the travesty of the stupid shitty joke.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But
Barley would say that all these people, not only should this guy die, but these people should die as well.
oh my god, see that's where Fauntleroy especially and Barley differ. But even
Mm.
Fauntleroy, I
You
don't
don't
know
know
if
if he
he
would go that far even?
I don't even know. I don't think he'd go that far. I think he
Okay.
would. Honestly, I don't think Fauntleroy would want people to,
Well,
other than one person,
this
to
guy down here
die.
should die.
Well, that guy, he disappeared. He ended up in North Korea, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to get a follow. We need to get a follow up on this. Well, next, let's go to the
The Korean dance.
Korean
Oh,
dance
this is the
stadium.
other one that she does.
Close
Wait, no,
that
this
tab.
is.
I hate
Oh, this one? I don't know
tab
why this one's
tab
here.
clutter.
Oh,
No,
here we
the
go.
other
Here's the
no.
other
Oh
dancing.
no. Ooh.
Here we go. Oh, so this one,
Ooh,
sadly,
hello.
we have mobile upload, but we got a
It's
more, we
stupid.
got a, I mean, it's not more, it's different. We're enhancing the erotic value of the outfit in a different manner.
Okay, yeah. See, you seem to be an out. See, you're a bit of a fashionista. I'm not really into
Look,
fashion like that.
I spend a lot
So
of time on a website that has particular tags to indicate different attributes to the art. Let's just say.
okay. So how are
Okay, so
how are
we
you feeling about
so
this
how
outfit?
let me get a little bit more. Okay, so
Can I get a fit check? Let's
we
get a
have
fit
fit
check
check.
here.
Okay, so we have cropped uh blouse.
Always a win.
We
Anything
got
cropped
pleated
is always a
skirt.
W.
But also it's like lifted. Like it's on her waist, not her
Yeah,
thighs.
yeah.
Um we also, we'll come to see some other things going on. The hair, I don't know, what do we got? We got like, I don't know how to
Uh,
describe this as Asian. I
well, I
describe
think
this as
that's like
Asian because it's doing something, right? We got
oh
a
boy.
side, we got a delayed part, left and right, where a middle pullback into
Yeah,
the
there's kind of like a yeah.
ponytail, and then we got like a bow or some shit on top. It looks like she's a fan of the Green Bay Packers, honestly, at this point.
No, you know Anthony Fantano?
No.
Oh, well, he's a music
I mean, I
review
know
nerd.
him, but like, what a, like,
Oh,
not in this
well,
context.
he has like a couple like different outfits that he wears, and
Oh, okay.
like there's like a running meme like he has a shirt that's like a plaid black and yellow shirt like that, and then it's like, oh, he's wearing the shirt, he must like the album kind of thing, like in the
Oh,
thumbnail, like
the different
so that's
outfit.
funny. So I was gonna say, oh yeah, she must really like the album because the
So
outfit that
she's
she's
wearing it.
wearing.
She really likes the album. Okay, let's get our reactions in on this one. So what's going on here? She's getting up. So where do you think she
You
walked up
ready?
from? She just
The
walked up here,
dungeon.
right? The
She walked up
dungeon.
from the dungeon. They're all locked up and
Look, just like we said, the
yeah,
stands are empty
it's
except for
all
where she is.
empty.
Oh,
Holy
wait, it
hell.
is her again. This is the same girl. She
Yeah,
just
it's
dyed her hair.
Dane.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's immerse
Yeah,
ourselves in the culture. Okay, this is a cultural exchange.
she's the best.
Wow, she's smoking cigarettes. What was that? Now I'm suddenly not. Whoa, who's that bitch? How dare she? Get out of here.
Honestly, I think the one in the schoolgirl outfit's a little her face is a little cuter, even though they're both behind masks.
No, the one down here with like the
Yeah.
diamond. This is like a cardigan or something?
Sweater,
Something
pop, I don't
thing. They're
fucking
also,
know.
they're all cropped. They're all cropped.
Can you see her under? You can't see her
No,
underwear.
you can, she's wearing something that's not like
The one,
actual.
well, it looked like pink.
Like, I mean, look, the skirt doesn't even go long enough. Oh, the other girl. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
they're probably wearing like, what is it called? Like Spanx. Like, look at that. If you're seeing it that low on the side,
right.
this isn't underwear. But it's meant to look like that to like give people boners. Oh, her. Oh yeah, there you can
No, that's
see.
yeah.
Yeah, that one. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't
It
tell
looks
if it's
red,
the.
right?
I
Like
can't.
it looks like like
This is the
pantsuit,
most fucking.
like Japanese
We're like.
pantsuit.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it does look like it is colored the color of her skirt. Maybe we'll see her again. We can get some more confirmation. Oh, maybe
Maybe
the
we'll
skirt was
see.
just bent.
Yeah.
So are we upset for the level of deceit going on here?
What deceit?
The deceit, because it looks like, at least the one girl, it's supposed to be her underwear is peeking out, but really it's just like the kind of thing that you wear when you're like wearing a skirt and cheerleading. It seems like.
Well, as
Well, what is
they're out
happening
wearing
here?
skirts and cheerleading, so that really stands to reason. So I'm not upset at all.
Wow, well
That's
you
so
should be.
provocative.
Oh my god.
This is whole. No, this is the. You need to have that conservative take. Like this is terrible.
This is terrible. Look what they're doing
This
to
is
these
so
poor
provocative. I need to
these
watch 10 more hours.
they're taking proud traditional North Korean daughters
Baseball.
and then turning them in baseball prodigies and turning them into these whores in South Korea. I can't believe it. The song is Dum Dum. Yeah, Dum Dum.
We're gonna
Yeah,
get
she's gonna punch
copyright
you with
stricken
her
by
big fist. Look at
Dum
that.
Records.
Yeah, Dum Dum. Oh my god, she winked at us.
At
She
us,
personally winked at me.
in particular.
Yeah.
She knew we were gonna watch
She knew
this.
I was watching the video 3 years in the future on a
3 years
podcast.
later, yeah.
Okay, the last thing I have to comment on is her shirt looks like stuffed as fuck. There's no way.
I wasn't gonna comment on it,
You
but
know,
I mean,
I would normally
there's
not, but like, you know, the
you
same
think
way like
it's augmented in some way. You
I
don't think
think
that's
this is
all
like there is
100%
so much extra
natural?
going on here. Although she does have a video on her YouTube channel where she's like swimming where they do look rather large. So maybe it is true. It just looks like there's a lot going on here in the outfit to
I just
enhance the size, you know?
She's another little wink there. I'm just such a simple person. I believe
Oh my
that
god, he's
everyone
simping, folks.
I believe that everyone is telling the truth 100% of the
100% of the
time.
time, 1000% of the time. If they look
1000% of
like
the time.
this, they're never lying. They're always honest.
Yeah, look,
Look at that.
that's how
How
she
could
wakes
that
up like that.
lie? How could she lie?
She wakes up looking like
She
that.
wakes up looking like that, and then the first thing she does is just dance like this on your face.
Okay, next.
And she punches you in the balls. Okay, so the next one. Okay, so this one's a little
Oh,
different.
this is awesome. This one's
So
great. I
I'll just
just
keep it
love
playing.
how yeah, yes,
So
yeah, stop fucking
so we got
oh no,
women in
I
sports. We celebrate women in sports here on the podcast.
this video should have like that sad violin music and then okay, what's the I think it's click hole, I think.
Like,
Have
oh
you ever seen
no.
that content? So it's absolute shit post content, like
Oh.
shit post for shit post sake.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'll be like fat man has trouble opening
Oh, and then it
bag
plays
of
like
snacks or
sad music
something,
with
you know.
it. Okay.
Yeah, so
This should play
like sad
that
music
the
like this
guts
where it's like
theme.
poor girl doesn't realize that pool table doesn't have holes, but so tries
Oh.
anyways.
Oh yeah, you're right. They are playing with. I never even noticed that. I was too busy looking at the most replayed section. Oh
Just
my
like
god, you're right.
this
Oh no!
whole
Oh
time.
no, what's happening? Oh no, we get. Oh
What's
no!
happening?
We got to the first most
What's
replay. Oh, this is the
happening?
most replayed section. Oh
What's
no!
happening? I think
Why?
there's a better shot though.
Yeah, she's
Later.
getting a better shot. Okay, okay. Get your mind out of the gutter. We're getting a better shot here. 2 million people.
We're all getting a good
Climbs
show
on the
of this
table.
for
자, 여기서 한번 더 내려가야
climbs
됩니다.
on best shots.
This is a
Back
professional
shots.
sport. Yeah, she's getting back shot on the table. Oh.
I just like how the camera people or the commenters are. Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh, okay.
They replay
I think
it,
I
yeah.
feel like oh
No,
there
they
they from a
actually
different
replay.
angle.
팔로우가 좀
I can see the balls, but oh yeah, I can see the
Hell
balls now.
yeah.
Yeah.
터치하는 느낌이 참 좋아요.
Okay,
The poor girl,
spam your sniff emojis right now in the chat.
Like
Sniff,
when
sniff,
will
sniff, sniff.
when will this poor girl realize there are no holes in that pool
Yeah,
table?
she's just playing
She's
endlessly. Play the
playing an
guts
endless
theme.
game. Man, I love volleyball. Like I do like that first comment.
Man, I
That's
love
funny. That's
volleyball.
better. That beats the other stupid thing. I've been a huge fan since a minute ago.
It's ever since a minute. That's when he finished busting.
It's funny.
Great soccer player. I will stand behind her. Thank you, cameraman San.
Camera man.
You know, it is an interesting sport, though. You know, this is
on the
introducing
pool
us to an aspect of cultures of other places that we wouldn't know about otherwise. You know? Okay, so here we go. This one's a little bit different. This one's not as gooning, but it's got a lot of
So
views in
Did
2
you find
months.
this recently or?
Yeah, I mean it's a 2-month-old
Okay.
video.
Yeah.
And it's just I don't know how long it takes. Okay, here we go. I just have to skip ahead. This is it.
Was this the inception of this segment?
Kind of, I think. Oh, they're actually talking. Shut up, people. So this is just some
This
girl.
This is almost 3 hours.
This is, I mean, we're not going to watch
Is
the whole
her?
thing. This is just her teaching
Is
us
this
about
her?
environmental design. And people are here. Oh, yeah. Also, by the way,
Everyone out there's
Donna will be
streaming.
hosting a 10-week private online workshop where she will mentor students in
Hell
the art of
yeah.
environmental design. Register now. Limited spaces.
Mentor me.
We will be there. It's like in 2 days. I guess I'm missing my dog's birthday this
dog's
year.
Birthday.
So it's just, you know, an
It's just-
attractive
she's a
girl.
cutie. She's a cutie.
She's cute and she's teaching us about environmental design. And and the thumbnail is just her face, right? Like this. Obviously I can't show you that
It's
now,
just
but
cute.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
And then it's like she's just going through, she's over there. She's teaching us good principles of design, composition, going through, think big, with shapes. Come on. The most
Yeah,
replayed
they're thinking with
section.
shapes, all right.
This fucking thing apparently, I don't know.
Gravity Falls.
I don't know what that is, but
It's
fucking
it's a
some person with a
cartoon.
dog emoji comes on for a second. I guess that's funny. Maybe this is where she secretly farted, and that's why the most replayed section. I have no idea, but
Maybe the dog. Well, maybe if we had the sound on, we would hear the dog barking or
In
that's
that
a
something.
good
case,
point. Let me
would
go
you
back.
say that just having a
This is just a very easy example that
Or
Hmm.
maybe it's just
She's
a
just looking
lot
at
of
Google search
a lot of these
results.
backgrounds, they won't
maybe it's a
have,
lot of Gravity Falls
there's nothing
fans.
clearly here to focus on, even though
I
there
don't
is a
even
lot
know
of
what that is.
interesting
Is that
stuff.
something
It's a
cool?
cartoon.
That's a
I told you
cartoon.
twice now.
Oh my god.
You fucking
I
10-year-old
was see that's the
world
power of this
ass
video.
motherfucker.
I
Hey,
was looking at
you're
her.
locked in. You're
I'm
locked in.
locked in.
You're hyper fixated.
I'm hyper fixated on her.
You're actually gooning right now.
I'm
Don't
actually
lie.
gooning
That's
right
why.
now. Yeah,
That's
and
why
when
you.
and I only momentarily come out of the goon sequence when Manuela D. Unca comes on to ask her stupid fucking question, blocking
Mhm.
Donna Johnson's face, okay? And yes, I have signed up for the 10-week private online workshop. Yes, she has given me nonstop feedback about my penis.
Yes, you have missed your dog's
And I missed my
20th
dog's birthday. Okay, so now we just have, the classic sports.
Yeah.
The sports gooning. So you 40 million views, no description. No description needed, really.
Nope, no description.
You
40
know,
million
40
views.
million
Holy
views.
fucking hell.
40 million views.
Oh, the long jump has a lot
The long
of
jump.
this type of content too.
Yeah.
I
Spanish
think I
pole
remember
vaulter.
seeing
There's
the pole
another one of these
vaulter.
videos where it's like hottest pole vaulter of all time or something.
They're not even gonna hide it.
Yeah. It's just
Like,
like
we know why you fucking degenerates are here.
yeah, everyone's here for the same reason. They're here. Oh, I gotta close the
You're
description.
here to goom.
Oh, I hate. I gotta go down here to serve less. Who won, Dad? We all won. So here we go. She's gonna do the sport now. This is what we're here for. Watch the sport. Take it seriously. Stop laughing.
God. Stop cooming.
I wonder where the most replayed section was.
Put your hands on the table. Hands on
Put
the
your hands
table.
on the table. My hands have to be on the table because I'm producing. There we go. It's right there. See, the most replayed section was her doing her sport. See,
God.
there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. Okay, Jerry Seinfeld, in your ears. Stop laughing. Okay. Okay.
That's a good pull. I love that. That's one of
Stop
the greatest.
laughing.
Yeah, he's like whispering too. He's like, "Stop laughing!" Like
Yeah, he
while
really.
whispering
It's
to the
really
audience,
quiet.
like, "Stop laughing!"
Stop laughing.
It's Kramer apologizing for saying the N
And
word.
he's like, stop laughing.
This is objectively funny.
Yeah. See, that's the last time he was ever funny.
All right,
So now we're moving on to the non-goon con. We need to calm down. Okay.
So are we? Yeah, we need a palate cleanser.
Yeah, we need to cleanse our palate. So we thought it would be good to cleanse our palate by going through the political compass and just seeing where we land.
So how are we doing? Are we?
I think we'll
are
just
we
go
coming
through it, and
together as
if
an
Barley comes in with
amalgamation?
any kind of takes, maybe he'll be there. Do you want to open it up? You can do one on your own too, if you differ from what I should say, or should we come to
At home.
consensus?
He's talking to you at home. Everyone at home, open up your political compass right now, and let us know what your results are in the comment.
Yeah,
the comment
comment your
section.
results in the comments. You can do it along with this. Don't be fueled by the runtime. This is actually live.
Yeah, this is a live video right now. Come on, guys.
You're
Come
watching a
on.
live video.
Where are the super chats? Come
Where
on.
are the super chats? I need money to survive. Okay.
We need this to continue living.
I need this. Okay. Make sure. Can I read this on my stream? I think I can. Maybe I need to make it. There we go. Now I can fucking read it. Okay, there we go. So, I don't know. What do you want to do? Should we just come to a consensus together on the answers here?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, it sounds good. So, number one, if economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than. Oh wait, did we say what we're doing is the political compass?
Yeah.
Anyway, if economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. I don't know where you
If
landed
it
on
is
this one,
inevitable-
Fauntleroy. I'm lost.
If it is inevitable,
Yeah.
primarily serve humanity. Well, yeah, I think it should serve humanity.
Yeah.
Might like
That was-
strongly agree. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Okay. I'd always support my country, whether it was right or wrong.
I always hate like disagree strongly. I mean, I disagree.
Yeah. I would say I disagree as well. I don't think I
Yeah,
would be
it's like,
disagree
it's not-
strongly
I'm
because
not so black and white, you know.
there
like-
could be instances where it's like, oh, maybe my country did something wrong, but I also don't want people that I care about to get hurt regardless.
right.
You know, where I'm gonna be like creating, I don't know, like the fallout. I don't want like the potential fallout, I guess, is kind of what I'm thinking about there. To be like internally or domestically felt, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You know, okay. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it.
Agree.
Yeah, I would agree. I would almost agree strongly just on that sentiment alone, but I feel like this is also a bit of a weird framing of pride, but yeah, a soft agree. Our okay, Fauntleroy,
Hell yeah.
our race. You're
Uh-huh.
you're
Yours
not
and mine.
white anymore.
No.
Okay, our race has superior
finally.
qualities compared with other races. So do you feel
I strongly
you
agree.
strongly agree? Oh, okay, I get it because Filipinos are the strongest
human
race on the
race.
planet.
yes.
You're doing the human race. Have you seen that Filipinos are the strongest race on the planet thing? Let me find it quick. Filipinos
but
are
I mean,
the
it sounds
strongest
sounds
race.
in the
Yeah.
same vein as like India pride
Yeah,
type
this is. Let me
stuff,
pull it
like-
over quick. Let me get it.
like
Oh, it's an
we're
iFunny
like-
meme.
We're like a fourth world country, but we're the best.
Okay, do you see it?
Yeah, we're the most powerful race
Fact.
in the world.
Why don't you read it out to
Fact.
us for our blind
Fact.
viewers at home?
Filipinos are the most, and then so in white it says fact, Filipinos are in like teal or whatever most powerful. Now back to white race in the now teal world.
Why do you think it says that?
From Kush Andes
Kush and
Rigs.
lyrics.
.tumblr
Tumblr.
.net .gov.
.gov. Why do you think there's the white and green? What do you think the symbolism in there is with the white and green?
Most why like it's on most powerful in the world. The symbolism is that this is purely a shit post, and we are
I'm thinking
we are the crazy people of the world.
See, I'm thinking the white is white people. And
Oh,
then the
okay.
teal, that's where the Filipinos come in.
Because
so
they're
like
the most
normally this would be a
powerful of the
white
world.
statement. But Filipinos are coming in, they're saying they're on top of the white people. So that's why they're interrupting the white people's statement by coming in with they're replacing the white people as most powerful and world.
Got it.
Okay? See? I'm
Got
taking
it.
this to another level. Okay? I smoked
yeah.
the Kush and lyrics just before this pod, okay?
Perfect.
Okay? I have to make sure everything's right now because this is
Yeah,
a
I think it's
near
so-
disaster. Okay. So, next. Oh, yeah, we were talking about race, right?
I strongly disagree because I just don't think I think
any race is
like any you
better than
yeah.
another one. That's
Yeah,
just insane to
gives a
think
shit.
so.
That's so fucking stupid.
The only way that this would have any merit at all, that I can think of is just that like, people generally born in Africa have sickle cell disease because of having to deal with things like malaria or whatever that
Right.
helps them deal with that. And that is like a difference biologically, but it isn't like, I don't think necessarily
To use
universal.
the word superior.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, because it's
To use
superior
the
in
word
one context.
superior implies inferior.
Yeah, I mean, and it's
For others.
It's superior in the context of where you have to deal with malaria, but it's worse in other contexts. I mean, there could be other benefits to it as well. We don't know, obviously, right?
Right.
That's why
it's
genetic
like,
diversity
by what
is
metric?
important.
That's a good point too.
You
By
know?
what fucking metric are we
Yeah, and there could be
saying
other.
superior?
I don't fucking know. There could be other. The genetic diversity is an important thing to have, right? Oh, here we go. This is. I bet Donald Trump probably believes in some kind of thing like this. The enemy of my enemy. Well, he probably doesn't believe this at all. Never mind. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we're triangulating people. If you are a dark triad person, you believe in Machiavellianism. You've read The Prince. You've read the 48 Laws of Power. Go. Where are you? That's right. You're strongly agree.
I mean, if I was Machiavellian, yeah.
But where do you land personally on this? And think about the small scale.
It's just that's the thing. Like, to what angle? It's so broad. Because I mean, in one way, I mean, yeah, in a very Machiavellian way, like, yeah, if someone is against someone, like, you can leverage that in your favor, right?
Yeah. Okay. Let's think about
So
like yeah,
in what vein is this in? That's what I'm
like you're
asking.
trying
I
to
don't.
take down somebody at work, let's say, right? Like oh, you
Okay.
got this person at work, and they're you just you need someone else to kind of also check them, right? And
Yeah.
so like they have another enemy, you know, like you're kind of enemies with them, but they have someone else at work who they're kind of bashing heads with as well. Then you can
Right.
team up with that person's enemy,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, you can
in that
form
kind of
these
way.
you can form these tenuous alliance, these
Okay.
strange bedfellows. I mean, I
Okay.
guess I would agree with
Yeah.
that. Like,
Okay.
it's
Where were you
what's your take?
initially?
What's your take?
Uh,
What?
I would say strongly agree, but that's because I have 1,400 hours in Europa Universalis.
Okay,
So I'm all about
let's go strong. Let's go strongly agree.
I'm all
Because like,
about like advantage in
right,
grand strategy games.
right.
So and I do agree with this in many ways.
Yeah,
Um,
we're in accord with
yeah.
that.
Okay, here we go. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified.
Ooh.
Um, this is
I mean,
complicated. It's really hard to
sometimes
say one way.
sometimes yes. Like,
Yeah, it depends. Like, what
I,
is the
you know,
international? Okay, first thing, law does not define morality.
yes.
So when we're talking about something being justified, we're usually talking about a moral justification. But when we're talking about law, that's just what people choose to punitively go after as behaviors that
Mhm.
we intercede on. So in that way,
I agree.
I think we're in agreement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, there is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment.
Interesting.
Like
I don't think it's worrying, but I mean,
I think kind of like okay,
there
so do you
is.
remember um who's the Tucker Carlson, right?
Hmm.
He got sued, and part of the
Oh
defense,
yeah.
the lawyer defending Tucker Carlson said was that his show wasn't news, it was entertainment.
Yeah.
And then that was part of the defense is that nobody that watches this show really is getting their news from it. This is entertainment, guys. That I think is kind of like an example of a fusion of information and
Okay.
entertainment, where it's like
Okay.
they're lying or they're presenting themselves as entertainers, but there
Right.
is a level of manipulative information being given as well.
Okay.
To the extent that I agree with the statement, though,
And I mean, like, there's like a propaganda angle too,
yeah,
right? Like literal propaganda
yeah, absolutely. Like the soft, like you kind of like we were talking about earlier in the week with
with the military
the
shit.
military stuff, right? And
Yeah.
they have to sign off on movies and shit like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm like agree.
I think I agree with that, I guess. Given the angle that you gave, yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
so
don't
too.
yeah.
I of course I agree with myself. Thank you for my video.
Yep. And that was funny. I like that one.
That was just a slip of the
I
tongue.
like oh absolutely. Oh, I knew it was. I knew it was you just accidentally said it, but I thought it was the funniest thing.
You know, those are the funniest bits are the ones that I do not script in my head or
Yeah.
write down.
I think you don't even notice them sometimes, and I
Oh no,
come
I
in, I'm
don't.
like,
I
this is good.
I misspeak way more often than I
Then
recognize.
not. Yeah.
Okay, people are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality.
I mean,
Nationality is an
literally,
interesting one,
yes.
but yeah, literally, actually, yes. Like,
In the way that things play out, 100%. In American culture, how it's like perceived, unfortunately not.
yeah, I think this is the full tanky statement, and I think we're in strong agreement in the realest of sense that like if you're a
Yeah.
fucking dishwasher, if you're a fucking janitor, there is nothing you can do to overcome the gap of having a life that is comparable to somebody who's wealthy. There's
Mhm.
nothing you can do.
Except
Um,
pull yourself up by your bootstraps, of
yeah,
course.
I can always pull myself up by my
You
bootstraps,
always pull yourself up.
you know? Whereas like, oh, nationality, like I can be American and someone else can be American and we can be celebrating the 4th of July. And in that moment, we are exactly the same. But then when we go back to our lives, it falls apart immediately. So
Yeah.
nationality has like ultimately less
It
division
can
than it does than
unify,
class. That's probably why fascism is so popular, right?
right?
Because it's like a big hug
Right.
box of losers.
Yeah.
looking for
100
something
yeah.
to corral them into.
Yeah.
I do think about this. Do you ever like meet people? I don't know what your kind of experience was in college, but like when I went to UW-Madison, I met a lot of people who were fucking wealthy.
Okay.
And I always had this weird kind of like reckoning moment is like, I thought it was cool that I was like a going nowhere loser who like decided to go to college when I was 24. You know, I almost didn't graduate high school, and I went from the smallest school in the state. I go into UW Madison. You know, it's a cool thing. And like for me, I've accomplished a lot. But then you look at these other people who are like their lives have been sculpted
Perfunctory.
around. Yeah, like my life was like a
Yeah.
fucking footnote in their resume,
Yeah.
you know? And I'm just
Yeah.
like, wow. Like there's nothing I could do to overcome that because my parents didn't go to fucking college and my parents didn't really do a whole lot of parenting anyway. So I was like, what the fuck was there to help me,
Right.
you know? So like there's one friend in particular who like she went to like an international school in China. And so she knew all sorts of like people from around the world and had this like kind of like amazing educational experience, and she's like always traveling and all sorts of shit, and it's like you have to like have a life that sets you up for that kind of like I don't know to be that kind of
Life.
person, right?
Yeah.
Like my
Yeah.
family ain't going. The only time we ever traveled was to Florida one time, and that was a miserable experience because my family just fights all the time. So
Oh, good times.
you know, it was a great time. I remember going on the Epcot, the little car it had like the top down, and then there was like a big board that like was gonna cut your head off, but then it like goes up at the last second, and the
Oh
car goes
yeah.
really fast. That was fun.
Oh, the crash test dummies
Yeah,
one?
yeah, it's a crash test at the
Yeah.
Epcot Center. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun. Everything else, not so much. Okay, we got the next one. Controlling inflation is
You can
more
handle this one. This one is
controlling
just
inflation is more important than controlling
I don't
unemployment.
know. I mean, I don't
Um,
care about unemployment, nor am I
Unemployment
smart
is a
enough to
bit of a
care about inflation.
unemployment
So,
is an important statistic because an unemployed populace has a lot of free time. Inflation is obviously important. I don't agree because um, because it's saying inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. Controlling unemployment is probably more important than inflation because if you have and then the ironic thing of it is that they're kind of diametrically opposed because if you have a low unemployment, inflation goes up because people can buy things. So the more
okay.
people you have employed, the value of the dollar goes down because more people can buy goods, which inherently increases the value of all goods. So that means that people have to spend more to get the same that they could. If you had 50% of the population unemployed, prices need to plummet because um, there isn't as like less people can buy stuff, and there's less people that are competing to buy things. So like you have to like have prices be good for the people that are going to buy them because like there's not as many
Attract people to
sales
actually buy
going on.
stuff.
There's not as many
Yeah.
sales going on anymore, you know. But if everyone, you know, it's kind of like, you know, the toilet paper kind of shit during COVID, right? Everyone's trying to buy this thing right fucking now, and everyone can. So if prices go up because scarcity skyrockets. So, controlling inflation, I think controlling unemployment is better. So I guess they would be disagree. But I wouldn't go strongly because obviously controlling inflation is important because inflation destroys the lowest income people the most.
Always.
Yeah,
Anything does.
everything. I mean, either both of these destroy low income people. I mean, unemployment is obviously terrible as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But there is an over concern of inflation and an under concern on unemployment. Although
Mm-hmm.
the employment as a metric has been more in the zeitgeist in the last like 8 or so years in the political sphere.
Nobody
It feels
wants to
like,
work.
yeah,
'Cause
nobody wants to
nobody
work
wants to
anymore,
work.
right? Yeah, it's like, okay,
You
show me your
lazy
wages.
Zoomers
Oh,
and
no benefits.
millenniums.
14 an hour. Get shit and pooped on and farted on and have a miserable job. Oh, okay, I'll sign up.
Kicked in the dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get kicked in the dick every
Yeah,
day.
perfect.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
strongly agree.
I didn't even read it because oh, I can already tell. Oh wait, oh never mind. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. Yeah, easy, strong agree.
That's not even
Show me
like
a corporation that
question.
does anything about like voluntarily doing anything that's not for profit.
Like,
Okay, here we go. We got a little quote here. From each according to his ability, to each according to his need, is a fundamentally good idea.
isn't that like a commie?
Oh, you know, yeah, this is a Marx quote.
Yeah,
This is like straight from the Communist Manifesto, I believe.
yeah, I thought so.
Uh,
Yeah, totally.
yep, here we go. Sorry for the inherent sexism though in the quote, but so what does this quote mean to
So
you?
from each according to his ability. So it's like everyone, provides the most that they have pretty much to society or whatever. And then in return for that, in return for everyone, giving their best, they're going to get what they need from said society. Is how
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah. There I like to
It's a little
think
broad and vague.
it is broad and vague. So I like to think of the conservatard interpretation of it, because I think it kind of paints a more particular understanding of it. I obviously hate conservatards with a burning passion, but I like to think about it in this way. So the example here is like you have somebody who is a skilled person. They can be, maybe they have 4 arms and
Okay.
they're like the best surgeon alive, and they can work on 2 people at once because they have eyes in the back of their head, right?
Mhm.
This person, according to their ability, can perform twice as much as one person.
Mhm.
So then we extract twice as much labor from this person
Yeah.
to people who need to receive the benefits of that particular labor. So in this case, it's like, well, he's doing more surgeries. The conservative spin of it comes into money. So the idea for the conservatards that hate communism is like, well, they're going to take more of my money and give it to poor people. But that's not really like there's no money in communism.
Right.
People need to recognize that. There's not
Right.
money in communism. You're just doing
Yeah.
things for the betterment of society based on what
Yeah.
your ability to help society is.
Yeah.
Because everyone is taken care of. So there is not a
Mhm.
competition for scarce resources anymore.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
That's the competition is gone and is the
Yeah.
theory, right? Like that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole
You have to
premise.
you have to address the scarcity of resources or you're never going to reach communism. It's just how it is.
Mhm.
But yeah, so per the statement, I would say
In
strongly
a vacuum, I
agree.
super agree with it, right? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Like,
It's a,
that's
and it's
that
just
is the
saying, is it
point
a
of society in
fundamentally good
itself.
idea? Yeah.
It's fundamentally good,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, because humans are social creatures that could not exist in the manner that they do without coming together in a cooperative environment. And if
Oh, but me,
in a cooperative, in a co-op, a worker co-op.
work. That's where they got. Oh my God,
Oh
co-op
my.
players are all co-op
Yes.
games are all
Yes.
commie
They're
shit
commie prop
propaganda.
of Ghana. Yeah, true. I think I saw
I
like a
struck.
thing about like some Republican thing that was like they're going after game developers for propaganda or something. And now I
Oh
see
my
where they got
God.
it from. They're going after the
Yep.
co-op. That's why Coach Co-op died.
Because Coach Co-op is we had to get rid of it.
Tell me, list all the Coach Co-op games that came out in the Bush years.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Good.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Republican Party killed Couch Co-op. You heard it here
Yep.
first.
Blame
Okay.
them. Blame those
The
fucks on that.
freer the market, the freer the people.
I strongly agree with
I
that.
strongly agree as well.
Yep. Disagree.
This is the
That's
dumbest
too
thing.
strongly. I
I
mean,
think
I'm just
strongly
not really as
disagree.
strong. I don't feel strongly about a lot of things.
I
So
feel
you
strongly
can,
about this. A free
yeah.
if you have read Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations, as I have, because I took political science. 2, I played Europa Universalis, which is a game that takes place when Adam Smith was a person. Then you know that Adam Smith. I don't know if you know who Adam Smith is. He is the person who's like kind of like founded with like or cited as like being like the guy who came up with capitalism basically.
I've
Or
definitely heard the name. Yeah.
yeah, I mean he he's the guy who's like has that quote, the invisible hand of the market, and people, mind you, the quote is literally about how it's a bullshit idea. Like Adam Smith, for conceptualizing the idea of capitalism, because basically he's talking about like, okay, we're having this huge revolution economically in these countries in Europe, and we don't know what to do with the money. We have so much fucking money now that's not in the hands of like landed nobility. What do we do with it? So he basically presents this idea of capitalism is that we can take that money, invest it into new things, and make more money. But
Right.
there's a problem. This
No.
Yeah, right. He recognizes the problems immediately. Is that there are externalities to these investments that create problems, such as pollution, such as child labor and exploitation, such as just fucking like you have to educate a populace to be able to do this, which means you need to fund public education. Like
Yeah.
Adam Smith is not a retard, and I wish
Like
people actually
he set up a good premise, but
he
then
set up a good
Ding
premise
Dong is
and
just
extolled the problems with that premise, but nobody cared about the problems, I guess.
right.
You know, like our ancestor, our children will deal with the
Ancestors.
problems,
Right.
basically.
Always.
Yeah, always put it down.
They'll
Put it
fix
on.
it.
Yeah, they'll fix it. I'm too stupid. When I'm old and in power, then I won't let them fix it. I need to
I
hold
mean,
on to
that's
it.
especially these days.
Yeah,
That's very much how it's played out.
it's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now bottled, branded, and bottled, branded consumer product.
I strongly agree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that water is like a product. But it should be like a free product, you know, like water,
Yes.
transferable
It's
water.
essential for life.
Yeah, transportable water should just be like a free thing that you can pick up like at stores and stuff and just walk around with.
Branded consumer product.
Yeah, that's the part.
Gross.
That's the part that kind of icks me out. Let's see. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold.
Strongly
I
agree
think
with that as
we're on the
well.
giga agree.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
we've talked about this one. Yeah.
being a I don't know. Are the Filipinos, are they like, do they use like the term indigenous to describe themselves ever?
I mean, I don't know that much about the culture, but I mean they've been
I feel like they kind of do.
from what I know about Filipino history, it's a question of like, okay, who's conquering us now?
Yeah.
Who's the new
Who's
daddy taking
who's
over
the
this
new,
fucking
first it's the Spanish, then it's
land?
the Americans.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Well, no,
who's in the king chair now?
first the Spanish, then the Japanese,
Oh
then the
yeah, the
Americans.
Japanese, then the Americans.
And
Are you sure it wasn't the Americans and the Japanese and the Americans again? Because I think the Americans took over from Spain
Oh,
in the
maybe.
Spanish War of in the early 1900s, and then Japan freed them, and then I think America got them back.
Freed them, yeah.
Yeah, and when I say
Yeah, they
Japan
freed
freed
them all
them,
right.
they literally went there
freed
and
them all right.
massacred them.
Yeah, they freed them of their lives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Japan was
of their
terrible.
assets and
You
fucking.
think America or other countries are racist? You should see Japan, how they treated other Asian countries. Holy fuck.
Fuck. Just Google Nanking.
Just Google rape of Nanking, Google Unit
Oh, I wasn't
731.
even gonna say the rape.
I will always say the rape. I will always
I was
say
letting them find that out when they looked it up.
Oh,
If they cared enough.
Yeah, holy shit.
That's Jesus age.
Yeah, that's God bless the Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the funny thing, because for me it's like it's this thing I have to like grapple with internally, like my weeb past, and then it's like looking back and it's like I wonder if my ancestors are just like, dude,
What the fuck?
come on.
He's like, they're like, he's gooning the anime girls and watching anime, and those bastards fucking killed our whole
Just killed
family.
me. Killed me.
He's being culturally indoctrinated away from us.
I mean, he's a product of like
Imperialism,
Filipino resistance.
cultural imperialism. They're taking you away.
Well, I mean, yes.
What was the
but,
thing that you said?
The reason I exist is because like my grandfather like resisted the Japanese, and he
So
got
you
he got some kind of scholarship for like helping fight the Japanese.
Oh, so you have failed in the fight, then you've succumbed to the wiles of the Japanese. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's okay to goon the Korean girls though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
It's
Sweet.
encouraged, I think. Actually,
Oh, hell yeah. Because you guys can team up. Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Enemy of my enemy is my
Korea, enemy of Japan.
is my
Korea, my
girlfriend.
friend.
The enemy of my enemy is my girlfriend.
And
Yep.
my girlfriend is my girlfriend. The enemy of my enemy is my girlfriend. Holy shit. This is amazing. Okay. I got like a frog in my throat. Oh. It is regrettable
Ribbit.
that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society.
Okay.
Huh.
Let's break this down a little bit. I mean, I feel like on the face that I agree with this.
I mean, I
like,
think what they're talking about, I think what they're talking about here is kind of like instead
money
of,
politics type shit.
I think it's kind of like, you know how like with how the tax system is for like the ultra wealthy,
Yeah.
that you can like set up pass-through corporations to enrich yourself without having to pay
Right.
taxes, or you
Right.
can get loans, and like basically make it so that you appear to have no income while also being like a billionaire somehow.
Right.
You know, so I think
Right.
this is kind of what it's saying, and to that
Or
end,
how
I think I
I strongly
absolutely
agree.
agree because
Yeah.
they're not creating a product that has value. They're just taking money and then making the number bigger through manipulative means.
How John Brazers pays $0 in taxes. Is that
Yeah,
real?
it's kind of like what the fuck am I thinking of? I'm thinking of how um like they're not making something that is of any value, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
they're just
It's more money for
if you were in
themselves. And they're hoarding it.
finance,
And they're fucking hoarding it.
yeah, if you were in
That's
finance, this would be fraud, but because it's a personal thing that they do for themselves, it's not,
right.
you know? Because you can't like
Well, just through legalese, it's
yeah, it
like
becomes
okay
legal when you do it to yourself.
because they say so. Yeah.
Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade.
I
This
mean, I do agree with
is
that.
interesting.
I think
Why
because
do you agree with it? I'm
um
not trying to lead my opinion in either way. I'm asking
no, well,
sincerely.
because I mean, just from because okay, the way I read it is like you need to protect your own because within trade you need to protect your own I don't want to say assets, but
You
that's
want to
not what
say
I mean.
domestic market.
Interest, your own
You
interest,
want to protect your
you know?
domestic market.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, and granted, I'm your average dum dum, so like. I'm just going off of kind of what I think this means. I don't know literally what protectionism. I don't know the textbook definition of it, but it just seems like
Protectionism
you're just
is an economic policy that tariffs imports
okay,
and tariffs imports on domestically produced goods so that they can compete evenly, and then tariffs exports on raw resources so that they can't get siphoned out of the country.
yeah. So I mean, I think it just
So
if there are some markets that you're struggling in or something, and you want to help nurture a market, I think that's kind of what tariffs are commonly used for. Not
yeah,
whatever the fuck your trunk is
you know, you
saying.
should play Victoria 3 because you're exactly right. I play
Yeah,
Victoria 3 and protectionism is my favorite economic policy until I'm just shitting out goods everywhere. Then I want free trade.
and you just gotta
When
yeah
you are
yeah
the biggest producer of anything, you want free trade because you want to shove your goods from your country in other countries' throats
right
because you want to outcompete their markets and you want them buying your goods. But
right
if you're a developing country, if you are a third world country or some shit like that, you want to protect the fuck out of your natural resources and you want to protect your domestic market so that you don't get flooded with competing goods. Because the problem is when you get flooded by other countries like other goods, you lose those jobs at home because you just can't sustain them. Kind of like why in America production is just ass because the worker pay that you would need to produce in America is so much greater that the good produced in America is just never going to sell.
got it
So like the end result in a free market is that people get to buy stuff for cheaper, but people have to find other jobs. And
right
sometimes that transition is very economically
painful.
disastrous. You know, it's very painful. Yeah. So
Yeah.
um I would agree just because it's for every developing country this is an absolute truism. You need protectionism to some degree. The
I guess
ironic
that
thing is
sometimes
the
is
ironic thing is the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, which gives money to developing countries, one of their requirements for you to receive funding is that you need to liberalize your economy, and which basically, you know, open it up, right?
hmm
So you lose economic control to get this funding to develop your country. And it's like this weird balancing act of like, hey, we want to sell you shit and we want to exploit the fuck out of your country. Here's some money to pay you off, basically. So that's how you get these like warlord type scenarios in like these like African
Oh,
countries.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. Well, this is, you know,
I
true
mean,
by the Supreme Court of the United States, but in terms of our own opinions on it,
well, and literally, well, you know, but the thing is, like, for a company, like that's their definition. Like by definition, isn't that the responsibility of a company? That's all. That's all
no,
they're for
that I mean,
for
like
their
the
own
at the inception of
fucking
like
benefit.
at the inception of companies, like you know, back in like the 1800s and shit. Yes, but
I
obviously,
disagree. That's not how
yeah,
that should.
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, like in terms of modern day reality, a Supreme Court case literally said that a company's only responsibility is profit to its shareholders.
Yes.
So this is like actually true in the real world in America. This is
But this is
a true
asking like
statement.
our opinion.
But our
right?
opinion is like I would
disagree.
say I would
Disagree
agree.
strongly.
Yeah, I don't think a company should be only focused on profits because that's how you like the thing that bothers me.
Then they
I
cut
think,
corners on everything else.
yeah, right. They cut corners on everything else, and they cut corners on the people working there. They cut corners on the
Yes.
product itself. And also, like, we
Yes.
claim to live in a Christian nation, right? Or not really a Christian nation, but like
Well, people
Republicans
say
do,
it.
right? And like,
Yeah.
okay, so if you're a Christian person, wouldn't you care about like sins,
Care for
like
the poor.
greed, or care for the poor,
Yeah.
right? Like I always think about like if people are Christian and they're Republican, I would be really concerned with greed. Taxes to me are like a built-in safeguard against the sin of greed. You know, that's how I would sell
Tithe?
it. If
Isn't
I were
that
like,
what-
if I were trying to
the
be like a
tithe is?
left-leaning person in a Republican space, that's what I would do. That's what I would
Yeah.
say. You know,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've never heard anyone make that argument because Republicans
Well,
are too
I go
retarded.
that angle. I mean, well, I go the if you think Jesus is your your actual Messiah and prophet, like you are not listening to what that fuck said
Yeah,
at
not
all.
No. Okay.
It's
Yeah, they need to get like the Jews in the temple and then to get the fuck out of there. Because they're selling shit. And Jesus don't like that. Stop selling your
yeah,
drugs.
that's the oh yeah, he lost his goddamn mind in
Yeah.
in his temple. Yeah,
The rich are too highly taxed. Okay. Easy
I strongly agree. Those poor rich people
Poor
are
rich
they're taking
people.
too many money from them.
Yeah, too many
It's
monies.
horrible.
It's terrible.
It's horrible. It's they're probably they're probably even afraid to be rich these days. Like what?
Yeah,
What a
I would
world.
be. A CEO got
post-Luigi
shot. I'm
world.
scared to be CEO. I don't want to be
They're in a
CEO.
post-Luigi world. It's scary
Yeah,
to
it's
be a rich
scary,
person, and I
yeah.
feel sad. I feel sorry for them.
Yeah. So yeah, ignore that I clicked strongly disagree. That was an
We
accident.
agree on that. Yeah, that was a
your eyes are
misclick,
inverted. It's
misclick.
actually strongly agree.
Misclick.
Yeah, misclick. Oh yeah. To those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of
Oh my
medical.
fucking
Jesus
God.
Christ! This is even
Okay,
this
that's a
is the one that blows my.
no-brainer.
This is just I don't even know what this to discuss here. This is insane that you imply the moral standard you set to somebody is determine how much money they have. Is psychotic.
Do people believe that?
Rich people do because they want to be able to pay for more
Well,
shit.
because they want it. Yeah, it's
No.
like self-interest.
They want to be
okay.
able to be like, oh, I can get organs and shit for my fucking kids that's dying. I
Right.
can do all this shit because I got the money. Why can't I pay my way out of my problems? You know,
Literally.
you know, even though they don't recognize that, oh, maybe the system is so bad to like create a scenario like this is just generally bad for everybody. The fact that I have to pay to get better things is insane.
Yeah.
Government should penalize businesses that mislead the public. This is
Strongly
what regulation
agree.
is all about.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, but there are ding-dongs that just think that government shouldn't do anything, you know.
Yeah,
So
government should get out of my
life.
stop
Stop
stopping
penis-wizing me.
stopping snake oil salesmen from selling to me. I want to buy the
Yeah.
snake oil.
It made my hair grow back.
Yeah, it made my hair grow back on my ass.
In my asshole.
A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies.
Oh,
This is an interesting because we're starting with free market, but
There's
then
a
it's
whole
like
lot going on.
but then it's like, okay, require restrictions. Yeah,
Then
on
they
the
talk about
ability.
multinationals.
Yeah.
Oh, like corporations. There's okay.
Yeah, so it's
I got
saying
it.
in order to have a real free market, we
Oh,
need
yeah.
regulations on big companies.
Yeah, you need antitrust.
Yeah, antitrust.
To have a
is what they're
real
talking
free
about.
market.
I would say, I guess, I don't know. I don't really have too much on this one. I don't know. Where are you? Are you on agree or strongly?
I mean, I'm on
agree?
agree.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I
Like,
guess I am a
smart enough
huge
to
proponent of
strongly-
regulation, though.
Yeah, me
So
too.
I feel like I'm kind of in strongly agree.
Yeah, let's go strong.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna get like fucking FDR or some shit. Who do you think we're gonna get? What do you think we're gonna be closest to?
I mean, I think it's gonna be like
We're gonna be Karl Marx.
we're gonna be literal Karl John Marx.
Karl John Elden Ring Marx. Yeah, I think so too. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Now
I
we're getting
think
some
it's gonna
moral
be-
stuff.
it's gonna be like-
social values. What are you gonna say?
No. Pretty
Okay.
much. I think like FDR type.
Yeah,
There's,
abortion.
like left, down left or whatever.
Yeah,
on
down,
the
back
compass.
and to the left. For your safety, wear a semen-proof vest.
Mhm.
Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal.
Strongly
Huh.
Disagree.
Go
fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, right? I'm going to read this again. So when the life is not threatened, should always be legal. Strongly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's like genuinely psychotic. If you just don't know female biology if you
You
think
just don't
abortion
know
should be
how the
illegal.
world works.
Yeah. Like, holy fuck, you are an actual retard if you think abortion should be
Yes.
illegal. And that's not a barley take. That's a Borley take. You can take it up with me on my YouTube channel right here. Because this
You
is
can
live
take that
video,
take
so
to
leave
the
a
bank.
comment.
Thank you for my video.
Yeah, thank you for my
Thank you for my
video.
comments.
Yeah, all authority should be questioned.
I agree.
I
think
agree.
that's
It's
the
a bit
point. Like,
exhausting,
everything
but
should
it should be.
But
Yeah.
anything should be up for scrutiny, and anything
Yeah.
that can't withstand scrutiny, maybe I'm not saying it shouldn't exist, but
Yeah, I'm thinking here like FOIA requests, right? Like Federal Opportunity Information Act or whatever, you know, where like you can like request
Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah, Freedom of Information Act, kind of where like you can request like, you know, like police body cams or like
I love
that kind of
FOIA,
shit.
man.
So like
Yeah.
I would agree. I wouldn't go strongly agree because I feel like strongly agree gets to the point of like sovereign
Well, but then you're
citizen
just
level.
constantly.
Then you're a
yeah.
sovereign citizen. Strongly agree with sovereign
Yeah.
citizens who are like, I'm not
Yeah,
driving, I'm traveling.
Mhm.
You know, I actually
Yeah, I love those types.
I-
Well, have you seen videos of? I'll let you do yours, but I want to do mine real quick. Have you seen videos of people who, they call themselves like auditors?
no,
they're just
what are
going-
they doing?
They just go, they're called. I think it's like they call themselves like freedom auditors or some
Okay.
shit, where they go around recording. Like they carry a camera around recording everywhere.
Oh,
And
I
they go
think
to, like,
I've seen
public
one of
buildings.
these. Yeah, and then they just kind of like they're just a nuisance. People don't feel
They're
comfortable around
just a
them.
nuisance.
And then like a
Yeah.
like a security guard comes over and they're like, "Oh, I'm making sure everyone's freedoms are intact still, and you're inhibiting on my
much, yeah.
freedoms." Yeah, they'll like go to the police. I see one guy. I think he would like go and harass a police station and just like record it
Yeah.
constantly. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Yeah, totally.
What was
Oh.
yours?
Oh yeah, so this is like a work thing, but I had a coworker who was like, "Oh, how do you write your notes?" Because like I got a bunch of mine like kicked back for like how I wrote or how I described the travel portion of the note. And I was like, "Okay, so here's what I
Uh-oh.
write." Because so the scenario is I meet with the client at home, but then I take them to the office. And because of that, they had that similar situation, but they were saying, "Oh, you met with the client at the office? Okay, we're not going to pay for travel." So I was like, "Okay, so here's what I write." I was
Oh.
like, "I drove to the client's home for a session, comma, then we traveled to the office."
Mhm.
So I'm putting that I drove there
Yeah.
and I met them at their home. So it's like in home. And then after that we traveled, which is, I mean, really we drove, but
Just
I
have to
you know,
say the
yeah.
you have to break it down
I mean,
piece by piece
my
instead
notes-
of it being implied.
my notes never got audited and that's how I write it. But like, I
Yeah.
think part of it, I don't know if anyone was looking at them, but like my ass is covered. Okay. You
Right.
never know with insurance companies sometimes,
Oh, totally.
you know, sometimes they like to be a little regarded.
Oh, no way.
An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. So this is like, you know,
It's just vengeance. It's fucking
revenge,
vengeance,
you
right?
know. This, I mean, I don't know. I'm a very vengeful.
You're a vindictive person,
very
so I think you
vindic-
strongly agree with
I
this.
am probably.
think
I was thinking about this earlier today. Like, I am the most vengefully. The feeling I feel the most passionate for is vengeance.
Yes, you are a very vengeful person.
I love that's so, like kind of like low tier god, and he thinks about like homoerotic revenge fantasies. I just think about like violent
Your
vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
So
retribution.
so how are we gonna reconcile? Because I feel like you're not there.
I am not a vengeful person at all. I mean, I actually can be, but it's like an impulse that I really I have like an
You mean
an
you mean if she
inhibitor
leads you on for like 3 months and then drops that she has a boyfriend?
on.
Then
Yeah, I mean, even those people like in the abstract, yes, I think they're I think it's horrible
they're
what they
gonna
did
say
to
you think they're
me.
whores.
I think they're horses, and then I say why the long face, and and I gallop off.
You
but,
gallop off though,
Yeah, because
because you're a
I
cowboy.
too am the horse, and I'm a coward.
Okay. Are you
I mean,
so? Are you on
where?
agree or are you on strongly disagree?
I mean, we can. I disagree.
Oh,
but-
okay.
And you agree? We can go with agree.
We can land on agree. I think.
Fuck it.
I feel like I'm dragging it down a little bit. I'm a little bit down.
That's
here.
what I'm saying.
I'm on a
See,
new category.
I think yeah. So I think we're gonna reconcile at agree because
Yeah.
I'm not as strong.
Because I feel
about
like
it,
pulling you from disagree to agree, that's a big hump.
That's already,
Yeah.
we're already doing a jump there.
Yeah, it's a
'cause-
big ask already, totally.
yeah.
Okay. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. This is an interesting
That's
one.
interesting.
I
mean,
don't.
expected. I don't know.
This okay. Actually, I have
So it's
I have
worded
information
so
about
goofy.
this. Do you have any initial thoughts first?
I mean, okay. So if I say disagree, I think they should. Yeah, I think tax money should go to just quote unquote the arts, like
Mhm.
beautifying cities and just things that aren't deemed for a profit. You
Okay.
know, I think art and culture is very important. So I think if you have the money to spend, yeah, why not?
Totally. Okay, great. You went exactly where I was gonna go. So do you know per capita what's you don't know this, but so Wisconsin ranks the 48th state in per capita
Oh.
spending on the arts
Okay,
from
that makes sense.
from the state
Checks
government.
out. Looking around.
So it checks out because Wisconsin don't have too much beautification going
Yeah,
on.
fucking shit.
So on the flip side, Minnesota is like the highest per capita spending for the arts.
Okay.
So what you're getting at is like, yeah, the government should spend money to create, free kind of places that you can go to understand the community culture, the community's history. Like where we grew up, there's like a sub museum because they used to make
Yeah.
subs during World War II.
Yeah.
Something cute like that, right?
Maritime
cute little
Museum.
thing.
Yeah.
So I would say, where are you? Are you on agree? Or are we strongly
Wait,
agree?
no,
Wait, what
it's-
was it?
no,
No,
it
no,
would be
what is it?
disagree- no,
Oh,
it's
should
one of those
not.
tricky
Oh.
ones. So it would either be disagree or strongly disagree. I mean, I honestly,
I like the
strongly
arts.
disagree because
I want things to
I
look
am
cool.
a very large proponent in the arts.
Yeah, I want a big community square that's like
I want to see a mural.
pretty in every city.
Yeah.
And America doesn't have that because America sucks.
America just fucking sucks. Period.
Okay. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. This is the most
Interesting.
insane thing I've ever heard.
Oh, you think you disagree with that?
No, I'm. Wait a minute. Wait, I get that. Sorry, it's
Wait, no,
confusing me. Should not make. No,
So
I do want to disagree because it should be compulsory. You should attend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. It should be
Yeah, that's
strongly
what I was asking.
disagree. It's insane to think, what are you gonna do in life if you don't know how to read or write? Like not you personally,
What
but
if
like.
what if I want to play Elden Ring all
Oh
day?
my god, dude! I actually.
What if I want to?
I've
What
seen
if I
kids
can make
like this.
a
These
bajillion
are the
dollars being a
worst.
streamer?
Look, if you
Be a
work.
streamer.
Oh my god, if you work as a fucking therapist, these are the worst clients. Kids who don't want to go to school are the fucking worst kids in the world.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because they just literally only want to enjoy pleasurable activities and do nothing else.
Right.
And obviously
And then
they
their
weren't
parents
born
aren't
like
around
that.
the parents aren't around to like instill that in them.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's not. They weren't born like that. It's not their fault. But holy fuck, these clients are the worst. I'm
Yeah.
so glad I don't have any clients like this anymore. Oh god, there's just impossible. Oh my god, there's so many questions for the social one. All people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. Well, excuse me?
What the fuck? It strongly disagree.
Holy shit. How am I supposed
No,
to
I think
enjoy
I think
different
all
cultures'
people
food
should
if I'm supposed
be-
to keep to my own?
All people should be mingled.
This is
Oh, that
retarded.
reminds me. There was. Oh, dude. Okay, no. I'm seeing a kind of a strange fulcrum shift
Mhm.
in the local
the
town.
the town
community
crier
board.
page
Yeah,
on
the town
Facebook.
crier page.
And it's not crier as person who says things out loud. It's crier as in their crying boohoo tears.
No, they cry. CRYER.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crier page.
It is.
So it's really well. I think they're still as like racist and like super Trumpian. Although it seems like,
But something
and
new's
I
happening.
hate this like oh, now people are starting to kind of like speak up and push back.
Oh,
You know,
like people are
it-
coming in with
it
like
was-
competitive like to push against the circle jerk of conservatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
There's-
some of
there's-
those too lately. They're pretty good.
There's some people. Well, okay, so there's this. Well, we're getting a little off the track that I was going on, but there was this one guy who he's been on the grind where like it's like he's doing like leftist ish boomer memes.
Hell
Like or
yeah.
anti-Republican boomer memes are like this fucking rules.
Hell
like
yeah.
more of this, please, because
Hell
it's like
yeah.
literally like shitty picture, bad resolution.
It's like deep
da-da-da-da.
fried.
Yeah, yes,
Cropped badly, deep fried.
it's uber deep fried. But
Hell yeah.
but so there was this one person who I guess would keep coming in and like is just trying to shit talk. There's an Indian restaurant moving in,
Oh no.
and yeah, oh no,
Oh,
indeed.
fuck.
But this apparently it's like this one guy who's trying to do this like smear campaign, like the menu won't even load on my phone, and like just
Oh
like
my
random shit
God.
like that. And then, but the thing is, people are pushing back on that all in the like everyone's lambasting him in the comments. It's not even like people aren't agreeing, like, oh yeah, why would these smelly
Holy shit.
brown people come in? Like people are like actually support. They're like, dude, just get off it. Like it's a new restaurant. We're excited for this kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
so, but I found that to be very interesting. Like, oh, so like these people aren't going to be they're my take was they're racist in the abstract of
Yeah.
like, you know, Mexican people or whatever because they're a bajillion miles down to the south or whatever. But then if it's actually hitting home and they're getting actual culture getting transplanted into the
City.
community, then it's like, okay, yeah, we can live with these.
Yeah,
You know?
no, racism is by and large an out there issue. It's like a thing that
Yes.
you imagine that you shadow box with,
Yes.
in terms of like the online sphere. Because like, yeah, I've heard some people from our hometown, you know, people that I've been coworkers, managers say racist shit. But like, there's also like a base kind of level of respect that goes on in like a smaller community that
Yes.
you don't get in like a larger one. They
Yes.
might not be as like woke, but like there is, I think, more humanity in the respect that's given in a smaller town that kind of allows for, you know, um, that
Variety.
transplant, you know, of another culture, kind of. So,
Mhm.
especially when they're making food. Food's an easy way. Food's an easy in.
Yeah, it's totally an easy and but that's I thought that was that was the angle, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, because we're getting, oh yeah, you know, they're bringing food in, so we'll allow them.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's got a good one. I know good parents sometimes have to spank their
Oh,
children.
I go there's like you're on the vengeance one. I think there should be another one saying they should just be able to hit them anywhere, not just spank them. I think they should just be able to just WWE suplex their children if they're being bad.
See, I thought you were gonna say there should be another question that says, "Can we kill parents who hit their kids?" And that was
Well,
gonna be your
yeah,
strongly agree.
yeah. I mean, yes. No, I strongly disagree. That's
This
fucking
is
insane.
just if you have to hit your
Making it o-
kid,
making violence okay in anyone's mind is
yeah.
fucking insane.
I'm gonna like I am able to obtain compliance from the worst kids, and guess what? I've never actually hit a kid. Amazing, I know.
Yeah, no shit. Like,
I don't know how I do it. I
yeah,
must be
that's
a really good parent to be able to get all these
yeah.
kids to listen to me.
You must be hitting them
I must be hitting them
in other
really
ways.
hard.
Yeah, really. They don't even remember.
Yeah. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents.
Oh,
Yeah, why
absolutely.
wouldn't they? Like, oh yeah, hey
Yeah.
mom and dad, I'm really like I'm joking it tonight. Like,
Oh,
what the
no, we
fuck?
gotta know.
Yeah,
We
mom and
gotta
dad
know little
have to
Jimmy.
know. They need my joke journal.
Mm-hmm.
I need to keep a journal.
Journal. A
Yeah,
journal.
jerk.
A
No.
journal. Fuck.
Okay. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense.
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
don't think it should just be legal like
yeah,
fucking alcohol.
yeah. What the fuck? Alcohol's worse than weed, I think.
Yeah.
The prime function of schooling should be equip the future generation to find jobs.
No, boy.
No, no,
I
because then
mean,
this just takes
that's the
school to
system that
like
we're
it
in.
doesn't teach you to think.
Well, that's
You
what it
don't
is.
learn critical
That's
thinking
like
with this
the
type of education.
that's like kind of what it's become, isn't it? That's like the
I mean, that's what
angle
trade
that
school. This is like imagine all schools were trade schools. That's what this would be.
right.
This is
Well, I
like the
feel like
logical conclusion of this idea.
but I feel like I'm going from like our high school, it seemed like that was what most like high school education was like not built around, but like that was the whole idea. Was like what college are you gonna go to, what job are you gonna have?
Well, college is different, and also, I mean, schools have like a variety of like things they teach you, like biology and chemistry and math and English and American government. Like this is, I don't think
Definitely.
you quite understand. This is like literally you are learning how to wield a bandsaw,
Right.
and like that's it.
Okay.
Like this
Well, I
is like you
disagree
are
then.
learning how to do a job, and that's it.
Right.
Like this
You're a
isn't, I
worker
don't think
ant.
this is not as like diverse as like a liberal education if you're getting like a liberal arts degree in a college or like just a basic high school education. This is this is like
It's
you're
like
going straight
dystopian
into the
shit.
fucking mines after high
Right.
school.
Got it.
This is, I think, like, yeah, this is pretty terrible.
That's horrible.
Schools should at least teach you critical thinking.
Yeah.
So I think the prime function of school should be a good future. Yeah, strongly disagree. Okay.
Yeah.
People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce.
Interesting.
So
Are we
eugenics?
now? This brings yeah. That's why I was just gonna say that. Are we a pro eugenics podcast
We
or
are
are we an
pro
anti-eugenics
eugenics. I'm not going to play
Um,
God. I don't know what genes are going to be important in the future. So like, I
Right.
don't know. If somebody wants to fucking have kids, I guess let them, right?
I'm like pretty against eugenics in like almost all
Yeah, people are serious.
instances.
Oh, what if I think if we don't say strongly disagree, then we leave the avenue open for some eugenics. So I think maybe we have to go
We
strongly
should be
disagree.
strongly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're an anti-eugenics podcast.
Yeah,
I'm
we
glad
don't
we
like
agree on that.
eugenics because I'm not playing God. I don't know who
Exactly.
is gonna need.
Yeah,
We might need those genes to defeat COVID-25.
Who are we to say?
Yeah. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. What the
Oh
fuck?
boy.
This sounds like
I
a
mean,
bad
either
parent wrote this.
Either disagree or strongly
Yeah.
disagree.
Most important thing.
I mean,
no.
like it is important.
I think the
to
most important
accept-
thing is to foster curiosity.
Ooh,
You know, this is antithetical to curiosity. Discipline
I-
teaches fear. The only reason you adhere to discipline is you're afraid of the punishment.
right.
Like,
And that makes the people evasive.
yeah, like you don't teach
Elusive.
discipline in a child in the sense of like adult discipline is like, I'm gonna be here at this
Gonna go to
time.
jail.
I'm gonna do this exercise. I'm gonna have this
Right.
regimen. I'm gonna have this routine. That's adult
Right.
discipline. Children
Yeah.
discipline is if you don't do what I tell you, I'm gonna beat you.
Right.
Like it's
And
different.
they need to accept that.
Yeah, and then you accept. Yeah, they need to accept that. Yeah, let me read this. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. Strongly disagree. Yeah, okay, good. Sometimes I'm afraid of how these are written. We're saying the
Yeah,
wrong thing.
because it's like double negative sometimes.
There are no savage and civilized people. There are only different cultures. Oh man.
agree.
Oh no. It's just a different culture, Hugh. Oh man. Yes. But holy fuck.
Because I disagree with the lens
The
of,
framing is
savage or
not good.
civilized.
I think because in
different
order for
cultures.
if we say yes to this, the problem is then we have to accept what Saudi Arabia and India do is not like
I don't think,
bad.
but you're not. No, it's saying savage or civilized. It's making that specific dichotomy. It's not saying you agree. It's not saying I agree with all different cultures and they're all okay. It's saying savage or civilized. I don't think that dichotomy is it.
No, that isn't. That dichotomy is ass. Oh man, but
That's what I'm saying. There
I-
are different cultures. It's not saying that you agree or disagree with different cultures.
yeah,
That's how I'm
yeah, no,
taking
yeah.
it.
It's not
You know-
really making
you know
a
what I'm
moral
saying?
statement about them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess
It's
so.
not
We're agree
saying-
then.
Yeah.
Okay, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay.
it's not saying that like it's all different because it's not saying they're only different cultures and they're all great and perfect. And
Yeah, they're all
you agree
wonderful.
with everything they do.
I agree with everything India and Saudi Arabia do. 100%, 1,000%.
Says no.
Okay, those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support. This is,
Interesting.
a Republican wrote this one.
Yeah.
So this is a very loaded one. So
Yeah.
have you ever been on FoodShare?
Nope.
Okay, so how FoodShare works in the state of Wisconsin, which is what the federal program was modeled after, actually. How FoodShare works in Wisconsin is that you have to be looking for work if you are able to obtain employment, like you're not a disabled person. You have to look for work. And then you can refuse work though, because they don't want you to take a job that isn't something that you're looking for.
Oh,
Like,
that's nice.
so I was looking for a job in the field of mental health, and I was on FoodShare after I graduated college. And when I told them what my aspirations were, they were like, "Oh, okay." So I'm applying to all these jobs in the field, and then some other jobs too. But like, it wasn't like, "Oh, this guy offered me a janitor job. I have to take her. I'm going to lose my
Right.
benefits."
Right.
It's until I find a job in my field.
Mhm.
So this statement is like if you are the ultimate conservative retard. So, because like even the system in America was designed by Republicans. So like
Okay.
because Scott Walker is the one who added the work requirement when he was
Yeah.
governor.
Naturally.
I mean, obviously with the Republican, House and Senate in Wisconsin. But anyway, so this is just like a fucking strong disagree. Like this is just stupid. Like,
Yes.
and also there could be other reasons why you don't take work is because maybe you're taking care of a family or maybe you have other fucking things going on. Like, why should you
Right.
just lose support?
Just compulsory work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's regarded. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful
Oh
things.
boy.
This is just like your personal
Your Delulu.
disposition.
That's a Delulu take.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, this reminds me of a quote. Let me see if I can find it. Why is it delusional? Tell me.
I mean, it's better not to think about it. I mean, I guess like to a degree, not ruminating on bad things and things that are troubling you are good, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to confront it somehow, right?
Yeah, right. Like you can't just
I
like
guess it
ignore
is.
the negatives.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So
but
I found the quote. So
escapism is good in moderation, but it's
yeah,
not
I mean sometimes you need a
sustainable.
break.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just need that break, and that's fine. But like the
Yeah, I
idea
guess
to like
I came
have
down pretty
that
hard on it.
be
I see people that just get lost in escape too much, and I guess
yeah,
that's
that's
where
like you come home and you have to smoke weed every night.
yeah.
Like that's not healthy. Like
No, it's
you're not
not.
having fun anymore. You're looking to
No,
escape
it's
a
not
negative
fun.
feeling. Yeah, it's
It's
not fun.
not. It stops being fun after a while.
Yeah,
I will
just
tell
like
you
all
that
things,
much.
like you need to have a diversity of experiences to create a more enriching feeling, both positive and negatively. So I have a very go-to quote
A
for
go-to quote.
this. Let me see if I can pull it over here. Actually, uh, it's from Dune.
Yes, fun fact: Filipinos are the greatest
Yeah, that's
race.
the
Yeah, we know that. Oh, that's.
quote.
Oh, I love that. The Dune
So
quote.
yeah, fun fact, Filipinos. Yeah, no, this is the quote right here. I'm going to rub your faces in things you try to avoid. I don't know. This part of the quote doesn't really make any coherent sense to me with the other thing, but whatever. I don't find it strange at all that you want to believe what you want to believe is only that which comforts you. How else do humans invent traps which betray us into mediocrity? How else do we define cowardice? The beginning part of this is always kind of weird to me, but basically the idea is like if we avoid the negative, if we turn away from things that are uncomfortable or thoughts that are uncomfortable or things that are distressing, then we avoid that which is ultimately most important or potentially, life changing or defining. Now, obviously, this idea taken to its extreme is also as equally unhealthy as being delusionally avoidant of it.
Right.
I can say because I have personally taken this idea to its logical conclusion and have like purposefully like made myself have negative thoughts to the extent of just rehabbing them until they're just ground to dust.
Right.
Which is not a way to process or deal with anything, but
Yep.
it is a way that in the past, and I probably still to this day to a degree still do. Just because I have a unique way of feeling about things. I feel like it's probably part of the bipolar part of it. It's very hard to kind of manage when you have a very strong feeling about something, and traditional means of dealing with that aren't as effective. The only way is to experience it enough that it is numb. And then it
Interesting.
becomes more manageable, and then you can actually engage in like effective coping around it. But being able to endure and tolerate in the interim is the part where kind of I think I don't know personally. I guess I find strength, but I wouldn't encourage it to anyone else. It's not very healthy.
Yeah, it's not
So
for everyone.
no, not at all. I wouldn't say it's even for me, but I do it anyway. Just like that guy you sent me. Like I do it anyway, and he dances around.
He's the best. He is the
I
best.
do it anyway.
I do it sad. I
I do
do
it
it bad.
sad.
I
I do
do
it
it
mad. I do it
shitting on
glad.
myself.
I do it while shooting on my face. Okay.
My face.
Well,
My
so
own
what's the
face.
question here? When you are troubled, it's better not think about it than keep busy with more. Nah, I'm. Where are you? You agree or strongly disagree?
I mean, I Again, I'm not too a strongly person. I think I just kind of disagree. I don't
Sure.
think
Well, I guess
because I think
I'm
there's
kind of
like
disagree
like we
too.
said, like you need a break sometimes, so that is good.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah, I'm not psychotic about it.
yeah
And also, I mean, this is like a kind of general thing. I mean, I know it's saying when
yeah
you are troubled, but like, I think about other people too, and it's like I think people need breaks.
yeah.
First generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country. What if
Yikes.
that is? If you're buying goods and interacting with people in the country, you're
You're
integrated.
integrated.
Like that's
Yeah.
just strongly wrong. What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately
Oh,
I got this
absolutely.
extra
Absolutely.
qualifier. Good for all of us.
Absolutely.
Oh
At the
yeah.
end of the day, it's gonna
Corporations
trickle
knows what
back down.
best. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Corporations are people. They're actually
people
the
and
biggest
they deserve
people.
more
They're
rights than
more
the average
people.
person.
They're more
They're
people
better
than us.
people.
Yeah, they're better
The
people
best of
and
us.
more. Yeah. People are gonna be confused because we didn't say anything about our actual opinion. I mean, they'll have to watch.
They're gonna strongly disagree.
They're gonna hear the podcast and then they're gonna see the results. Be like, "What? I thought they were gonna be like Ronald Reagan."
Like Donald Reagan.
No broadcasting.
Reagan.
Donald Drake. Donald Dragon dildo. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. So we shouldn't have NPR. What? This is
Yeah,
just
I guess that's what it's
stupid.
saying. Yeah.
No,
It's so dumb.
should receive public. That's just stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
This is dumb as fuck. Okay, here
Where
we
are the
go.
incentives?
Page 4. Okay, let's see. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. Yes,
Interesting.
that's just kind of happening, right? The Patriot Act.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how it's like not. Where are we? Are we on strongly or are we on just
Yeah,
agree?
I mean, I'm pretty.
Kind of
Yeah,
probably
that
kind
was
of
like you
strongly.
said. The Patriot Act is the
Yeah,
prime
right.
example to point
NSA,
to.
right? Yeah.
Wiretapping became legal.
Yeah, right. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delay progress. Bitch, you do not know what you're
Hell
talking
yeah.
of a democratic political.
Hell
Have you
yeah.
seen a one-party state function? You fucking regards. This is
I
the
mean,
dumbest.
they
I mean,
functioned all right.
absolutely. Cut through the red tape and just bulldoze my
Yeah.
house. Fucking emperor. Like, what the fuck? This is retarded. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried.
Good God. Strongly disagree.
Yeah, holy shit. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. Oh man. So
I strongly
I
disagree
think
with that too.
I think I do believe there's some people that probably deserve to be killed, but I don't think
don't
that
think
should
it's
be what the
anyone's-
government should be really doing
It's no one's
because
judgment to make.
because oh no, absolutely. If somebody like goes and they just like, murder and rape like 1,000 people and they're only ever going to murder and rape, it's like, well, we can just get rid of this person. They're never going to do anything good.
I
Right?
mean, yes.
Like there are people that are just genuinely terrible. Sure, life
Yeah.
dealt them a bad hand, whatever. We can get rid of
Yeah.
them. But I don't think
Right.
that should be in the business of the government because the
Yes.
government doesn't, it's not 100%. The metric for guilt is not 100%.
Mhm.
So like we can never be sure
Beyond
if
a doubt.
somebody, yeah, right. It's just beyond a reasonable doubt, which is just 51%.
Yep.
So this is, I probably strongly disagree. I don't think the death penalty, wait a minute, is this implying should be an option? The death penalty should be an option for the most, should be an option. Oh, so that's strongly disagree for saying it just shouldn't be an option at all, right? So that's, yeah, okay. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people
What the
below to be
fuck?
commanded. I know.
This
is in
is
the-
like the fascist check, right? This
Yeah.
is like, so are you a fascist or not?
Well, I think it's also
please click yes
fetishist
if you
check.
are.
Are you a sub or a dom? Do you imagine yourself as the dom, but you're really like working at Walmart? Then you hit strongly agree.
Then you are a libertarian.
Yeah, then you're a libertarian. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. Huh? This is stupid as fuck.
I think friend of the podcast has that take.
I also kind of agree,
Okay,
actually,
to
but
me,
like I'm
it's art.
never
Who
gonna
gives a
say
shit?
art is not art.
Who gives a shit?
I'm never gonna say something
Yeah.
isn't art just because I don't like it.
Yeah.
Unless it's Joker 2 or like a movie I don't like.
Well, I mean, it could still be bad art.
Then I'm just gonna say then it's not art. No, there's a level of something so bad where it no longer becomes art and it becomes
Got it.
it becomes actual violence.
It lost its art card.
Yeah, it did. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation.
Oh my
What the
God.
fuck? No.
This
How
is
do you
actually
think?
the
That's how you
peak
get more
art
recidivism. That's how you get
section.
more crime.
Yeah.
Fucking, I guess you never looked at a crime study before.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah. It's a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some.
No,
Oh
this
my
is the
God.
same question.
This is literally, why do they have two of the same one?
Right next to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, the business. Oh, well, usually in tests or in surveys, they'll do this to try to
Oh, totally.
for truth checking to see if you're like paying attention or see if you're like
But they're right next to
being
each other.
consistent. But they're right next to each other, and it's this the only one that they chose to have two of the same one for. It's ridiculous.
I think it's like randomized,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe. The business and manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. Is there like a I don't
This is a I don't care.
I don't
Yeah.
yeah, like goods absolutely matter. The business person, fuck them. But like making stuff is important because that's what we need to live.
This is a really weird one.
This is
I
a
mean, I'm
weird
just
one.
gonna,
I don't
I'm
want to
just gonna
go
disagree
anywhere.
because I just like
Yeah, I don't like
I
these
like
ones.
artists and I
So
like
I would prefer yeah.
right.
We're
I
more
think art and like
we're art
thinking
snobs.
is good. Yeah, we
Yeah.
are art snobs.
Yeah, mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be home. Jesus
God.
Christ. I mean, yeah,
fuck
you
outta
need to
here.
get cream pied on the daily and be home, picking up my poop and pee that I poop on the floor because I refuse to wear my diaper as an adult.
Because I am an adult baby.
I'm an
and you
adult
are my
baby.
mommy.
Yeah,
You're my
and
new
you need to
mommy.
clean up after me, and you need to be my mommy. This is a mommy fetish question. If you put strongly agree, you have a mommy fetish. Almost all politicians promise economic growth, but we should heed the warnings of climate science that growth is detrimental to our efforts to curb global warming. Huh? Why can't you just ask a question about global warming? Why is it like wrapping it is like
It's
a
gotta
thing
be-
that's like economic growth comes at the cost of global warming? Like, I guess agree?
What the fuck? I do whatever you want on this
I
one.
think it's
I
agree
checked out.
because we do want to respect global warming and we don't really care about as much economic growth, but it's a
Right.
it's a very weird question. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity.
That's weird.
That feels a little authoritarian to me, and I hate
Yeah.
that. So I'm gonna go disagree.
It's like
That's
to a
just
degree, part of maturing is like understanding the systems that you live in. You know,
yeah,
and
but I
not
don't like
being
the
so-
establishment.
But no, it's not what I'm. It's not that
That's-
angle at all.
They
I'm
didn't. I
just-
don't like the framing here,
No,
and I
it's
don't like that
terrible.
it's like an important aspect. I would say it is an aspect, but I wouldn't stress its importance.
Yeah.
It feels a little weird. Okay, fuck, this is taking longer than I thought.
This
Okay,
is taking a
I'm
long
gonna-
time. Actually, I gotta use the restroom real quick.
Oh, okay.
I'll be quick, but I got it.
Yeah. Okay, so here we are. We're back.
Yep. and we're back.
Astrology. So now we're on the what are we on? We're on the propositions on religion. Okay. Astrology accurately explains many things.
Good God.
I already
Yeah,
pre-selected
strong-
our answer.
Yeah. You selected it correctly.
Strongly disagree.
I hate it.
I like
Well, go ahead, sorry.
I like him as like it's like I don't know, it's like junk food for your brain.
Yes.
You know? It's
Yes.
fun, but it's
Let 'em-
I never buy into it.
It's that and crystals, man.
Oh
You
my
want-
god, dude.
If you want to have the planet alignment as like a personality trait or crystals like even like witchy type stuff, like have at it. That you do you go off, queen.
But wait, who are we to judge? We charge our JO crystals under the moonlight together.
Well, but I mean, you see it happen.
I
It's
see it glow. You're right.
glows. It
That's
really
real.
glows.
I've seen it glow.
I've seen it glow.
I've seen it glow. Yeah, you're
So,
right. You're right.
Yeah.
You cannot be moral without being religious.
Good God.
Strongly disagree. Easy.
Correct answer. Yeah.
Clarity is better than charity. Duh. Charity is
Clarity.
better than Social Security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. That's just flatly wrong. Like this experiment has already played out in American history, and it turns out when you only have charity that supports the poor, the only people who are charitable are people who, one, have a lot of money, or two,
Right.
have a lot of free time.
Right.
So you don't really get up too many people who are able to help the poor, unfortunately. And the people that you get that help the
People are
poor
naturally unlucky.
don't know anything about them. Some people are naturally unlucky. I actually agree with this. What do you think?
Innately. Well, that's right up there with horoscope and astrology.
They looked at their
shit,
horoscope and it said they're unlucky today.
you rolled unlucky.
You rolled unlucky. I mean, I think
you
like
agree with that?
yeah, I agree. I think some people are naturally unlucky. I
That's
feel
crazy.
what you think that's
That's fucking
crazy?
insane.
What?
You think a lot? I mean, I joke a lot that I think that I like am a fairly lucky person, but I
Mhm.
don't think like luck as a trait or a real entity. It's magic. You're talking about magic.
No, I think some people are. If some people are lucky, some people have to be unlucky. I think
No,
some people are lucky.
I'm saying I joke. I jokingly
Yeah,
say
I
it.
hear
I
you
don't
saying
genuinely
that, but I'm
believe.
saying I think some people are.
Okay.
I think some
Okay,
people
some people
they
are
got somebody's
naturally
got the finger on the scale for them, and some don't.
Yeah, so like so I guess that does bring an interesting question. So like how far do you believe in like mysticism type stuff? Because I mean that is mysticism. Lucky and unlucky is mystic,
You know,
right?
man, I don't know. It's not something I like to buy into a lot, honestly. Even though I'm kind of defending this one.
Yeah. Well,
But
that's why I'm asking about it because
I do. I mean, I like the idea a lot more when I was a kid, obviously.
yeah.
Um,
What idea? Let's be specific. What do you,
yeah, I
like
mean, just like the idea of these kind of like magical
a cosmic
traits of
type.
things, of
Yeah.
like guiding outcomes of things, kind of like the horoscope kind of thing. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
like what you're saying, like like oh, some person has luck, or some people doesn't. Some
Mhm.
person doesn't have luck, and it's not like
Mhm.
things in their life are just skewing bad more often. But like, I don't know. The kind of thing that I think about is like clumsiness is like a genetic trait, you
Okay.
know? But like if we think about this question in a sense of when we would apply it, if we so I think about this story. There's this guy, right? He gets shot by lightning in India, and then to treat him, his friends bury him in poop, and then he dies. And I would say that guy's really unlucky. Because one, he was born in India. Two, he got hit by lightning. Three, his friends buried him in poop to heal him, and then he died in the poop.
As a cure.
Yeah, as a cure for the
that's-
lightning shock.
I
So,
mean,
like, I would
yeah,
say that
but-
guy's naturally unlucky. He never had a chance at life. He was fucked. That's how I explain that situation to me. He was really unlucky.
God. I mean, yeah, but that's just yeah, but that's I just can't get myself to the point of like unlucky as a trait.
So you can't get dragged down here. We have to land on disagree.
We have to land on disagree.
Okay. Okay.
I
don't feel strongly
mean-
enough to pull you over from the disagree to the agree hurdle, unfortunately.
I
I think you're over here, so you're pulling me over.
I'm actually pulling you
You're
over.
pulling me
Yes,
over.
I am.
I'm thinking about Indian man covered in poop. That guy's
just
just
like-
unlucky.
It's like a character, like the character sheet in the sky before you come down here, and you're just putting points into luck or points out
Yeah.
of luck. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, how's your luck stat?
I can't do it. It doesn't. Again, I'm a to each their own. So like, if people want to believe in that, and like I said, I genuinely think, I mean, like I'll joke and say like, yeah, I'm a pretty lucky person a lot of times. Like I just have like, well, the way I put it is I live a charmed life. Like I just, things end up working out one way or another. But
Fauntleroy
to
lives
say
the
I'm-
chocolate life.
innately lucky.
I think you said charmed or something, but I said chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, I did say I do live the chocolate life. I was turned into chocolate, a la Majin Buu.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
It is important that my child's school instills religious value. What the?
Oh,
Get the fuck up.
like majorly agree.
I mean,
They
yeah,
need-
of course.
How else are they
strong
gonna
agree.
get that? How else,
How
are they
else
gonna
would
get
they have
morality?
morality?
Yeah.
Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Come
Not-
on.
Not Jadam and Jeeve.
Okay, if you're a blind friend of the podcast, we hit disagree on this one.
We hit disagree. We are not stupid.
Okay, we're finally on
Despite
page
my
6,
tombstone.
and we're finally bringing it back to the Gooning videos. That's right, we're talking about sex.
That's the dovetail. That's a very good dovetail.
Hell yeah. Sex outside of marriage is usually immoral.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's insane.
That's nuts.
A
Nuts
sa-
so.
A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption.
Strongly agree.
Right? Should not be. Yeah, agree. They
They
shouldn't be
shouldn't be
excluded.
excluded, yeah.
Yeah. You know, these questions are like from the fucking like late 90s when they're asking this shit still.
Yeah, it was funny because on the bottom of the thing it says that it was last updated like January 12th, 2025.
Jesus Christ, they need to update this question. This question's ass.
Yeah.
Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. Yeah, why
Agreed.
not? Like, I guess I'm agreed.
We can go to strongly
we
agree
go to-
too.
I mean, I don't
I
know.
don't think it's I don't think it I mean I don't know.
How much
It's
do I want to champion like sex work? I don't know.
porn. You know?
I am always cautious.
I'm very sex positive.
Sex
so-
positive, yes. Sex work has a lot of potential for exploitation under a capitalist system
Oh,
that I'm afraid of
125,000%.
encouraging. So that's
Yeah.
where I kind of am very tacit on it.
Got it.
So I would go with
That's why
agree.
That's why homemade stuff is the premier moral
amateur. Amateur.
That's the word. Thank you. Yeah, I've been so out of the game. I don't
Yeah,
even.
sorry.
know
I'm a professional
the
gooner. I know the
tags.
tags. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why amateur is the most morally sound pornography one can
Exactly.
consume.
What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, right. Agree. Yeah, strongly agree. Right? Why not?
Yeah.
The fuck does the state
people-
need to know about me pounding ass or something?
Mm-hmm.
No one can feel naturally homosexual. Jesus Christ.
Holy
Do
shit.
you even know non-humans are also
God.
homosexual? Like, who wrote
No.
this? You just lack basic understanding of the world.
The world.
Jesus. Okay.
Biology. Yeah.
These days, openness about sex has gone too far. No. Wrong.
100%.
No.
Yeah. how horrible.
Shame and stigma around sex creates more problems than openness about sex would ever do.
We're going back to
This
the
is-
1800s on
this
this
is
one.
regarded. Strongly disagree. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get our results.
We're lefties.
Where are we? How far down do I
Is it
gotta
gonna
go?
tell us?
Charma, Chime. Where the fuck's our results? Okay, we are. Holy fuck!
Yeah.
We are we're super
rule.
Karl Marx. Where do we match
rule,
up with?
dude. Oh yeah, where's
Who are we?
Carlton Marx?
Is this us? We're this guy?
We're him now.
We're
Is that
Malcolm
a-
Evans? Who's that? Where
That
is the
name
one where it
sounds
shows the
kinda
people on
familiar.
it?
Well, one just said China. It said like China and a bunch of states.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
I guess you could just Google
Can I,
like,
how do I open?
just go
Oh,
up and
China
yeah.
is there. These go. Jesus Christ. What about? Oh, let me Google it and then get it over here. Okay. What's it called again? Political compass. Historical figures.
Comp ass.
Comp
Cum
ass.
hyphen p hyphen ass.
Comp.
I'm funny.
Come in her ass. Which
And
one
then
is this
something funny
one?
happened.
Okay. Oh my god, dude. You're not gonna believe it. I got this one right here. Oh my god, the image isn't fucking low.
Oh my
Damn
god,
it.
dude. This guy has a
Look at
griffin
this guy.
that every time he comes off, he says, greets everyone warmly. He says, I have arrived, and he greets everyone warmly.
Where's the
Oh
fucking
my
image?
god, dude. Oh my god. I don't even sound like... My favorite of those ventriloquism harassment videos are when they say, I don't even sound like that.
I don't even sound
Oh,
like
they're
that.
recording. That is fucking greatest. Dude, I don't even sound like that.
There's like one. This is the best one I can get, but it only shows up as the preview image and the actual image doesn't load. This is the best one I can get. Okay, let me pull it over. Okay, can you see this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is the best one I can get. I'm trying. Oh god, I can't make it bigger. So this is the best one I can get right here.
It's
We
kinda
are
moving up.
right at Marxism.
Yeah, right by
We're
Mr. Marx.
literally like right on it. Noam Chomsky is down here.
So Chomsky's more libertarian.
Yeah, Chomsky's more libertarian, less left, and Marxism super left, not that libertarian. I think we're a little bit more libertarian than Marxism.
So define these. Well, I guess we know them.
Yeah,
pretty
libertarian is just
much,
more
so-
freedoms. Authoritarianism is restrictions on your liberties. So I think the reason we're down here is because we believe in freedom for like sexual expression and like, you know, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And then also like economic opportunities for individuals. So that's kind
Yeah.
of like, this isn't libertarian in the sense of like libertarian as you read about it online.
Right.
It's libertarian in
Right.
the sense of just how many freedoms do you have? Like how restricted is your
Definitely.
liberty to move between states, to move between countries, to
Travel.
change jobs, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like people tend to
Yeah,
forget that used
you're-
to be a thing. Like there's the term in the medieval era of the serfs belong on the turf, which meant that like the people that worked on farms were not allowed to migrate to cities to find better economic opportunities.
Right.
So like, yeah, that's what it means by like this. And then left is just, redistributing goods to like, people who actually
Yeah.
fucking need them rather than just sitting in the hands of poor people. So
Or rich people, you mean?
yeah, rich people. Sorry, that's one of those times where I completely misspoke.
It just blows my mind that like serfdom was an institution.
Yeah, right. I
Like,
mean,
I
that's not
just-
even the craziest thing. I think. I mean, serfdom is, but like, do you know how guilds used to hire people in like Christian nations?
No.
So guilds used to hire people based solely on if you had two people that wanted to work in like a guild, and a guild is like a proto like trade school thing. Okay. Or not a trade school, but like a trade. Like, oh, you're gonna be a plumber, you're gonna be an electrician. But think about that, but like in
it's
the
the
Middle
guild,
Ages.
yeah.
So like maybe you're
I
making
think
shoes
of
and that kind of shit. And how
RuneScape.
they would hire
Is how I
people.
always think of guilds.
How,
You
yeah.
ever play RuneScape?
How
Were
they
you a RuneScape nerd?
what?
Were you a RuneScape nerd?
RuneScape? Oh no, not at all.
Oh, you missed out.
I went
Number
to the
go up.
library with fucking Adam
Peng? Oh.
and he tried to show me RuneScape and I was like, this game is for poor people. I'm never playing it. Like that game was ass.
It was well. It was a type of ass for sure. I loved it. It was. You know,
It was a
kind
type
of
of
for poor
ass.
people, but it was a great type of ass, and I love slurping it up.
I mean, yeah, my guild leader does like leagues in RuneScape where they like try to get to like the highest level in all the different like things in like
Yeah.
a limited time span.
It
That's
just nothing
insane to
beats
me.
those. It's a very nostalgic thing. It's like
Yeah,
nothing will
totally.
beat just
There's nothing actual.
before it got
There's no
totally
real gameplay other
gamified.
than hit the tree.
Yeah,
Chop
yeah,
a tree.
literally.
But yeah, so
Well,
like,
how they synergized. Anyways, yes,
yeah.
yes.
So
Guilds.
how these guilds hire people? If you have two people coming up for like a job, now I want to learn to make shoes. I want to make shoes here too. Okay, who gets the job is who can base or who can show their family history goes back furthest, belonging to like the Catholic faith.
Okay.
So like, and you're probably wondering like, why the fuck that? Well, this had two effects. One, it excluded Jewish people. And then two,
Perfect.
it conformed religion. Now this was primarily a practice in the Iberian Peninsula, aka Spain. And you're probably wondering why is that an issue in Spain? Well, because they also needed to discriminate against Muslims that inhabited Granada, which is southern Spain, because they, kind of conquered Spain for a period, and then Spain and I mean Castile, Leon, and Aragon, reconquered back basically. So like they needed a
Aragon.
way to like discriminate against these non-Catholic people. So yeah, that's kind of where that came from. Little fun old thing.
Institutionalized discrimination. We love it.
Yeah, we love discrimination here. Only against the rich though, and usually with a bullet.
Discrimination podcast.
Yeah, the pro discrimination podcast.
We're kidding. Hey, algorithm, we're
That
kidding.
was a joke. We don't believe
Automatic
in violence.
Listeners.
Yeah. So did this match up with where you thought we would be?
Honestly, I think so. I figured we're
Oh
like
my God.
pretty far left.
Oopsie! I just realized I wasn't bringing it over enough on the things. I have it zoomed up on this on the recording, but now I'm showing
Oh,
it. So
no.
Marxism is here, and then we're over here. Oh, I gotta bring it back
That's
over.
like that's uncanny, actually.
Yeah, but yeah, we're right on
We're-
Marxism, which is
we
I
do have a little
love that we're
more-
right on Marxism. That's great.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it does check out. I think we do have a lot of those impulses, I guess you can call it.
we're just those minded kind of people, right?
Yeah.
So now nobody can tell us that we're not far left enough, because of anything that we ever say or do, because we've proven it here on the podcast that we are.
Through science.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's it for us here at the Friend Simulator podcast. What kind of day should they have, Fontleroy?
Well, I just like to say, have a Fontleroy day.
Amazing.